Hello, everyone. Welcome to MFL Total Access. Max Rosenfeld, Terry Bavlis. I think it's the first powerless show of the season.
Yeah, I think it's the first one we've done together
Yeah, yeah,
ever. I heard Will is at the McDonald's convention in the States, so
yeah. He's enjoying
uh,
his McDonald's.
he's taking off.
Funny enough, I actually spoke to him after a few days, and he told me he was pretty sad because there were like no McDonald's nearby where he was. So he was trying different types of restaurants.
I don't know. I don't know if he can like get cultured in food or not. Like, is that possible even? I don't think so necessarily. I think I've had like a few meals with him and he's had like a burger and poutine every time. So,
Yeah. Well, if there's someone to culture him about that, it's definitely you, right?
I mean, yeah, I love to eat. I don't know. Some people know that, but
Yeah,
yeah, if he wants to know, I can give him all the recommendations for sure.
yeah. For those that don't know, Max reviews food. It's better if you eat before watching his clips because you get really hungry when watching them.
Yeah. Max reviews food. I mean, I don't want to plug myself on like the MFL, but
Yeah, no, no, you could
you
plug
can all
yourself.
follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
Let's go.
Facebook. I just eat food and give my opinion when I travel or Montreal. That's it.
Yeah, you just came back. How was your trip? What was the best part?
Amazing. I was in Slovenia. It's like maybe the best country I've ever been to. It's like good food. It's beautiful. The people are super nice. Strong recommend if you can visit there. It's like the greatest place I've been to in my life, maybe.
Wow, damn, good review. Nice. All right, so let's get right into it. I'll share my screen. I think just like me, you like going from one division straight all the way to the last division.
It
Start
just
Division
like
One.
there's no point of spending like brain power on picking, right?
100%. Yeah, it's Will's favorite part of the show, I think, but I think it flows way better this way. Let's start off with Division One. You think we had three games Division One this week?
Yeah, three games. I didn't see like I wasn't there on Saturday for most of the day. Um, did not ref because I just got back from my flight. But you threw in one game, eh? I
Yeah,
saw that Will wasn't playing.
yeah, I had to help out. Willie asked me to sub. I said sure. Big shoes to fill. The only not close game of the of the weekend in Division One. Look, it was obviously rough. My first time throwing in Division One. Arnold's our great team. I'm sure if Will was there, it would have given the unit a run for their money. It definitely would have been a very close game. A lot of people were saying that at the field, but this unit team, like they're for real. They scored on every single drive. They didn't give up any points in the second half. I think on the first half we scored and there were 10 seconds remaining. They marched the field. They put up points over there. Their first touchdown of the game was like a reverse to Ashton, who gunned it down the middle to his brother wide open for 12 yards. And I was just like, damn, that was a really nice play design, well executed. Like in this game at least, and I think so far this season they're like riding pretty hot, a pretty good win streak here. I think it's been five straight wins. Like they're playing pretty flawless football on both sides of the ball. Like you look like putting up a bunch of points. Like this team's for real, and they're missing Haney in this one. And I think they were like near perfect on offense. Ashton took a couple of reps. He scored on all the drives. He was under center as well. Their defense was really hard to throw against. For real, this is they're a dangerous team right now.
When I met Vinny like a few years ago when he started to play in the MFL, I was really impressed. I was like, wow, this guy's gonna be like the next great quarterback. And then I think he won a championship with the unit, but as a defender, and then he
Oh
won
yeah,
with us as the season I got hurt, he threw with the in the playoffs. So I've won a championship with him, and he's a great guy, great teammate. But I find that when the other team has a tall rusher is when he would struggle the most. So he has to like jump throw it over the middle because if you
yeah,
can't hit the
yeah.
middle easily, so like if your rusher was John Laristis, he's not the tallest. So maybe it
He
was
wasn't there. It was
so who was your
who
rusher
was
then?
rushing? Kareem was actually rushing.
I hope Josh wasn't, you know?
Yeah, no,
Uh,
Kareem was rushing. He rushed pretty well,
yeah.
but unit were just too in sync.
Yeah. Vinny's like, when Vinny's on, he's like incredible. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I hats out
It
to
was one of
Vinny. And
those days.
Ashton's like really like good at everything, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
ATH athlete like.
yeah, he's good at everything. So this team can always win. And this is the team I think, or this version of the team is the one that has had the least like, um, inner turmoil on the team probably
Yeah,
ever.
for sure.
So I'm
Agreed.
they beat us, but I wasn't there, so I didn't like see what happened. But they're rocking now, and um, they
And
go as far as Vinny takes them. I really think.
yeah, and there's obviously less turmoil when you're winning games, so it kind of goes hand in hand. But yeah, they've won close games, they've won blowouts. Like this is a team that their emotions have maybe got the better of them in previous seasons. Like if you look at the fall, like they just miss out. They had missed out of the playoffs, 3 wins. They already have what doubled the win total now with 2 games left to play, sitting comfortably in second place. Like it seemed like a different version of the unit. It didn't seem like the unit we've been used to seeing, where they bicker at each other and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say, but so they went 2-0 this weekend. They are five in a row after
Yeah,
starting 1-2, and they're hot. I'd say like they're a top two team right now. You know,
yeah,
you don't want to play them
yeah.
realistically.
Idaho Outlaws, another 1 point game. I think the first time you guys played against each other, it was a 1 point or 1 or 2 point game as well. A lot of people were saying Outlaws win kind of kept them alive because if they lose this one, they're sitting at 4-4.
Mm.
They'd be tied for the last playoff spot. So like, obviously not eliminated or anything like that, but it's rare we see Outlaws with this many L's on in the standings at this point in the season. Get a huge win here against Idaho, who coming into this game, I think, besides the unit, were the top team in the division. Had only lost 1 game. I was surprised it's just a low scoring game. I know you were not there, but usually these two teams put up a lot of points. One thing's for sure, the game's always going to be close, but usually they score a lot of points. I didn't see any of this game. I just know that I did look at the play by play, and it was a very close game. You had an interception by Jeremy with a minute left to give
Yeah,
Outlaws a chance to win it. Then, obviously, with under 10 seconds, I don't didn't do anything. And then this game went into a couple of overtimes. There was a penalty in overtime as well. I think I saw giving Idaho a chance to go at it again, and they didn't. So I know there's been a controversy in that overtime. I heard, um, depending on the angle that you would have seen. I obviously wasn't there. I didn't see it. But Outlaws come out on top on the score sheet, 27-26. Huge win, statement game against arguably the top team in the division coming into it. Not
yeah.
your classic Steve Brady game.
I think Idaho is like the clear favorite. So if I think if they don't win, it would be like a disappointment for them because they're playing super well. They have a great team, and they're like this close for the last couple of years from winning it all. And I wasn't there at the finals
Yeah,
last year when we played them and we won I think by 1 point. But they're on the cusp of greatness. Like I wouldn't be surprised
yeah,
if they win the next like five championships. You know, like they're playing super well. They have good defense. They're all like also super tall and super long. Like they're always in the right spot. But I mean, I didn't hear about the controversy in OT. All I know is like I got to the field like 20 minutes after the game to like cheer on my Division two team, and I just saw like Svetna and Steve were like hands and face like we need you back for like defense calling because it's like a defensive I think
mm,
defense usually will win the championship for you with a big play in the playoffs. They usually call it defense for the team. So they lost two before this to Outlaws without me,
yeah.
so maybe they need me back
Yeah,
for
those
for
ones
the
maybe
D.
because I was gonna say defensively, considering Idaho have like a crazy offense, that game was not too bad. But if you look at their losses while you were gone, giving up 39 and 46, they definitely could have used you on defense there.
Yeah, like I both these teams Outlaws has played Idaho a bunch, but like the pressure is very high for both teams that the scoring often like takes a step back for the defense
Yeah,
because people make a little bit more mistakes with the pressure on. It's how well can Idaho take the pressure? If they like fight the pressure well, I think they might like steamroll the rest of the playoffs realistically and just kill everybody. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
yeah. And then KLB, the unit, I think KLB ended up forfeiting this one because they had too many subs. So they were kind of playing for fun in the end.
What a rough year though for them. I mean, they've made the playoffs like 2 years in a row, and then they're two
Crazy
forfeits or three forfeits or
semifinalists
whatever it
last
is, and they're
year.
0-7 or
Yeah,
8.
and I ref
And
their semifinal game against you guys last fall, and they were in the game for most of it. Like they could have been in the finals last fall. Like it was a few plays here, a few plays there. Like you guys came out on top at the end, but this was a team that was like amongst the top in Division One for the last couple of seasons. Obviously, they're Division Two champs. They've been Brassard champs, and they've been so close in so many games. And it's just as if like everything's not going their way this season. They lost a few games early on that they maybe shouldn't have lost, and then it's kind of just followed them. And the season now obviously is a wash at this point, but they're definitely a talented group. Hopefully, they regroup and come back in the fall. I know they had a lot of guys on vacation, a lot of injuries, a lot of guys, a lot of roster inconsistency, so that obviously doesn't help. I think Guillaume actually threw for them in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was gonna ask who the quarterback was.
Yeah, I think it was
Um,
Guillaume.
where is Guillaume this season? I see him subbing and playing now in games, but the
Yeah, so
first
he
like half he
joined a
wasn't
few
there.
teams. He joined the Laval free agent team. He joined the Average Joes, and he's subbing here and there in between. He should be back on a couple of teams in the fall, I heard.
Yeah, the unit. Yeah, they killed 47 points again. They scored 99 points this weekend. It's pretty good.
Yeah, head is you're not gonna lose many games when that happens, and it bodes well because coming up this week they got a matchup against Idaho. We've been always talking about how well the unit are doing, but we never gave them their flowers. Say they're the top team in Division One. Now they have a chance to prove it. If they come out and beat Idaho, I think everyone's placing the unit in number one in their power rankings,
I
having
I
won
I
six straight at
don't
that point.
I don't know. I would have Idaho as the number one team going into playoffs, even if Idaho loses out, just because like the highs are just so
Yeah,
high.
I get what you're
Um,
saying.
and the unit did beat Idaho like 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago in the playoffs to play
True.
us in the finals.
Yeah, yeah. In this last
So
spring.
I think like Idaho's almost certainly the favorite in every game they play, but I would say it's like a 55-45. So it's not like a huge but they'll be disappointed. I also they love to I think since they played them a few times in the playoffs, they love to like put the units in their place if they can, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna
I
really
think
want to
every
do
team
that.
does. And look, through 8 games, both of them have the same record, have almost the same amount of points for, points against. Like they've had different kinds of seasons. Idaho coming off that overtime loss to Outlaws, Unit coming off of back-to-back big wins in the previous week. Like this has to be the game of the week here.
Oh, for sure. The two like that game and then Outlaws Roster, those are like like Idaho unit is for like I think for like seeding
Top
mostly,
seed, yeah.
and Outlaws Roster is like for a playoff spot because
Yeah,
if
that game
Outlaws
is
win,
so
they're in.
important. Yeah.
If Roster win, then they have the tiebreaker over Outlaws. Outlaws has a tiebreaker over Iron Wolf, so it's like a circle that only you know in your deep sleep when you're like crunching pi to the power eighth, like whatever. Who's gonna make it?
Yeah, yeah. Will was actually talking about that. He was telling me if Ransar lose both games, I think that means that because they're playing twice this weekend, if they somehow lose both games, and Double Dippers lose one of their games, so they would win one, beat Ransar, lose to KLB, Arnolds will clinch without having played this weekend. Um,
Hmm.
so they're and if not, if Ransar win at least one game, that sets up Iron Wolves in a must-win situation in their final week, I think, against KLB. So this is the fun time of the year where a lot of football has been played, but the most important football is yet to be played, and so many things could change right now. Like you said, like Outlaws Ransar, if Outlaws lose this game, they're 5-4. Ransar are 5-4. Arnolds are 5-4. It's a three-way tie. Two out of three are in. Um, yeah, so it's definitely a fun time. If Double Dippers win both their games, maybe they're still mathematically still alive, right? They're playing KLB, they're playing Hansar, the team right at the top of them, underneath them. They're definitely
Yeah,
still
it'd
alive
be huge
mathematically.
if they beat Ronster and KLB. Well, they beat KLB already, so that's not wouldn't be a huge surprise.
Yeah,
But Ronster, they have to go 2-0 against Ronster and Idaho, so that's like tough. I mean, it's
yeah.
doable, but it's not easy.
And I think they play Idaho last game of the season.
Yeah, they play in the final week,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so
but
it's definitely
it's
fun.
good. You want this. This is what you want for
Oh
like the
yeah,
last. In
yeah,
Division
and
One, sometimes it's like four teams make it, and four teams have always been in like the spot, and now it's good to have like six teams fighting for
yeah, yeah,
the spots.
definitely for sure. Go to Division Two. You said you showed up for your Division Two game, or you showed up as soon as it ended?
I came in the middle of the first half just to watch the second game. The first game I
Oh,
didn't see, uh, but I
you
did
didn't
look
want
at
to
the
join
box score
in?
and they told me about the game. It was like a crazy back and forth.
Yeah. You didn't want to join the
48-50.
game when you arrived for the second half?
Sorry?
You didn't want to join, hop in and
No, I like landed from the airplane like 40 minutes earlier. I don't.
yes,
You have to plan that I can't play because we had like if we had
oh yeah,
subs,
yeah.
then like you can't forfeit. They
True
don't want to
that.
forfeit the game, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but
Crazy to
yeah,
think this was Lions Den's first win. 98 total points with Chris and Jonathan Menard
ATDs.
subbing at quarterback. That's crazy. We know Jonathan Menard's been he recently won a championship in Division Two Brossard, showing that he could ball out in Division Two in Montreal, putting up 48 points. Like that's is that the second? Yeah, that's the second highest point total of the week in Division Two. So the only team that put up more points is the team we played.
Yeah, he also had a
Uh,
pick six.
I know I
Uh,
saw that.
and
Crazy.
he's
I didn't see
yeah.
them live, but I saw it in the stats.
I don't know what he did, but he told me he jumped it and he got it. I was like, I didn't
Impressive.
think he was supposed to play defense for us, but I think someone didn't show up to the game,
Okay.
so I think we were six maybe for that one. Uh,
Yeah,
but
Chris
I'm not
showing that he
sure.
could still ball out with 8 touchdowns, even though he keeps saying he doesn't like playing quarterback or he prefers to play receiver. Clearly, he could still play quarterback and sling it in Division Two. Yeah, it was good to see Lions then get their first win of the season. Still a
Well,
head
not for
scratcher
me
for
because
me.
my team
Yeah,
lost, but uh,
true.
yeah, it sucks. Yeah, the first game, I was out for like four of the games and we lost, I think 3 to 4. So it just like I feel bad, you know. But everyone knew before the season started. It wasn't like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
last second. This is double headers when you're on vacation is like brutal.
Yeah.
But
And then you saw half of this game,
48.
the
I saw
Trollers.
most of the other game. It was kind of like it was pretty one-sided. The defense was very strong. They kind of like fixed it after the first game. And then John Menard was he was pretty he was throwing the balls, but we our guys made some good plays like Norala Tremblay. He had like a crazy one-handed catch in the back of the end zone, and he's very fast. He's newer.
Mhm.
And Mason had 7 catches. But the defense was really the story. It was like there was a goal line stop, I think. They scored 2 touchdowns the whole time, which is pretty impressive.
That's really impressive in this division.
It was like a pretty team effort uh, win, and PO he missed a couple throws he'd like to have back, but um, good defense and smart play calling on offense. Like Joe, I think he scored 32. Yeah, that's like 80 points in a weekend. It's
With a
pretty good. He
team
threw
that's
picks.
not his
He,
team.
yeah,
It's
even
this,
if he throws picks, he's like not phased, which he's like Brett Favre-esque with it. He just like rifles it to like what he thinks is the best, and if it works, it works. He throws
he
seven
trusts his
picks.
guys. He trusts his
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, well, this play I don't think he knows anybody on the team necessarily. He's like
Yeah.
because we have like many injuries, so like I think he's just like gonna play for the team. He's like the QB going forward unless he gets hurt, you
Okay.
know, because
Okay.
we
Okay.
have like death like wishes to everybody. Like someone's praying for our like downfall. But we have a good team, but we're 3-5. We lost
Yeah.
one to forfeit because John didn't know the rules for his own
Yeah.
league, but we would be
Yeah.
4-4
You guys
with a
definitely
good
better than
chance to
your
make it if it
record.
wasn't for that. But we have to win out, I think, and then maybe a little bit of help because I think we auto lose tie breaks because of
Yeah.
the
We'll take a
forfeit.
look at the standings in a bit, but I wanted to highlight this game. Simon Says
1 point
honor
game, yeah.
game. Two top teams in the division. I'm looking at the score at
It's crazy.
halftime.
It was 35-36, which was the final score with 7 minutes left, and then no one scored. It's like
Well,
very
you want to
rare.
know why no one scored? There was PUNT that happened actually twice. Honor Game also punted. Oh, I didn't see that one. Honor Game punted. I'm gonna have to talk to Dave about that one. But then the play of the game here, with just over 3 minutes to go, Simon Says down a point, and they punt. Like
So what?
this makes no
They're
sense.
3 yards, so they're at the 15 minus 12. They're at the 17. So they're at the 17-yard line.
I mean, if they're on their own 1 yard line, it still wouldn't make sense. But this is even more less valid. Not
Yeah,
that there would be a valid punt
it was
here.
fourth and 13 on. I think you have to go for it because there's 3 minutes left, no matter what. I think like fourth and 30, you still have to go for it,
Yeah,
pretty much, right?
and fourth and 13 is not like fourth and 30. And then to me, it's not even that you're well. First, you're currently losing the game, so you kind of like need
Yeah,
to score. So like that's like the main indicator. But then if you're thinking of it, even taking a step back, and obviously you don't have the time to go through this whole process during the game, but I try to digest it, try to play like devil's advocate for them to see like how harsh I'll be. But I'm like, even if you do not get it, you kind of ensure yourself you're gonna get the ball back. Because if you go turnover on downs here, honor game need to are probably gonna score or go turnover on
Yeah, a
downs,
couple
and
first
you'll have
downs and
enough
it's over.
time to get the ball back. But if you punt it and honor game has the whole field to march, they have much more potential to waste more
Yeah,
time.
you have to either let them score on like the first app, like if it on like any play they get a first down on, you let them run the field, or um you have to not punt it. But like
Yeah,
Simon Says has a lot of players who have played in the league for a long time. Like Simon has played in the league for like at least 5 years, seven
more than
years.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
sure, right? So he should know. Like it should be instant. Like I know, like for you or for me, if whatever happened on the previous play, you know what the requirement is on the future play, right? It's like
yeah,
pretty like
yeah,
cookie cutter. So it's more of a mistake by their leadership, I would say, than anything else. Look, if you
yeah.
go for it and you don't get it, and honor game's on your five, they score fast, they get six or seven, then you can still score a tie, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So
You get the ball back. You ensure you get the ball back. Now you're punting it away with a chance of never seeing the ball again, and you were losing. Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
So definitely a head
you gotta at
scratcher. And
least
if you,
shout out Honor Game though. They did what they had to do.
yeah,
Victor, 150 yards, three touchdowns. When we
crazy.
played him, I had refed the his Div 1 game before. He went for like five touchdowns and like 200 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
And so then we were playing them on Division 2 and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna guard this guy and he's not gonna like we're just gonna double team him. And then he didn't score a lot he didn't get many catches and we won. So that or we forfeited. But that was
yeah,
the game plan. Stop Victor. He's like super fast. Like he's insane.
yeah. While you were away, honor game forfeited a game by in return.
But
That's
we
like,
won it anyway, so it just it's less like
yeah. It's I think the first time ever that two teams swap forfeits like against each other. So I played in this game against Guillaume actually, who was taking the quarterback over Jason. Jason was snapping.
what is he
Uh,
hurt?
no, I just think he decided to let Guillaume throw.
Hmm.
Maybe better for the
The
team.
self bench.
Yeah, yeah,
His
that's a
own
good team
team benches
player. That's a
himself.
good team player right there. Yeah, so it was a close game at half. Then we kind of like scored, getting a we got a pick six by Max. Kareem got a huge pick six in the rusher position, and then we kind of like put the foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and then they came back within like 6 points. Then we scored a pair of touchdowns. But yeah, this average Joe's team, I definitely see how their season went. They had some great highs in this game and some other great lows of broken coverages and not sure what the assignment was on defense and stuff like that. But when they were hot, like obviously Guillaume throwing 5 interceptions is really uncharacteristic of him. Like that does not happen often. But you see how his deep ball is still one of the top in the whole league. Like he loves to throw it deep. Obviously, it's not his team, so he's maybe not on the same page with a lot of his receivers. But if he's going to come back full time for a team in the fall, he's going to be dangerous. Anything else happen here? Yeah,
He's very like mechanical. I know he's like your shoulder won't he told me my shoulder wouldn't hurt if I learned how to throw properly. And I was like, that takes too much time. But if you
yeah,
grow up with you grow up with it,
yeah,
you like he has a really pretty throwing motion, right? And the ball comes out
yeah,
really clean. And now it's just about making the right decisions and putting the ball in the right spot. But
yeah,
this like Division 2 is very even. I find all the teams like average Joe's might be like two and whatever, but they're like they have good players. So like it's really tough to like guess why
yeah,
a team is losing. Well, maybe for this team it's because Jason benched himself. He's not confident or something, but you never know.
yeah. They've been splitting their games against Raw Sauce and Witching Hour. Um, yeah, even here too. You see, you
The
guys
bins,
rejects are kind of fighting for that last playoff spot.
the bins is this QB change permanent with Jeremy
It
throwing now
seems
instead
like
of
it. I don't have the confirmation, but just based on my
he threw
knowledge of
both
what I saw at the
games?
field, I feel that it's pretty permanent.
All right,
And
they're
he's definitely putting
dangerous.
them in position to
Yeah.
be dangerous. Yeah, it's what Ross's
They're
kind of told me. They're like, he's just so elusive. Like, it's just so hard to play against a quarterback like that. And there's not many quarterbacks like him. Witching Hour got a big game against Simon Says this week. we got that doubleheader against Honor Game and Raw Sauce. You guys have a bye week, which oh no, Trollers are playing. They've been. Oh, that's a huge game too.
We're playing 10. Yeah, our
Oh
game is
wow,
like for us if
it's
we
must
have to
win.
win, we
Yeah,
have to
it's
win.
must
Or
win.
if we don't win any win out, we're like like rejects and raw sauce have to lose out. So like
Yeah, you guys gotta
pretty
hope
much.
that Lions Den take care of business against Rejects.
Fingers crossed. We're Chris, I love you. Go score.
Go
Andrew, 8 touchdowns.
to
Please.
Division 3. So let's see here. Bandits with another OT win. I think it's like their second overtime win in 3 weeks. Cessnas were missing a bunch of their players. They didn't have Milan at quarterback. William Denis stepping up. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Um, Pretty clean game. Looks like no quarterbacks kind of threw interceptions here. I just saw the overtime and Bandits going crazy after they scored Matt Yassin. And yeah, Bandits winning some close games here. They were your Division 3 finalists last year, sitting at 5-3 in fifth position. But look how tight the standings is. This has to be one of the tightest standings in like all of the MFL.
Yeah,
Like
is it just me or is every division like
most divisions
the
are.
most intense battle ever for the last few
Yeah,
playoff spots?
I
It's
feel
like
it's,
insane this year.
yeah, the parity has been pretty good. Yeah. Cessa's getting the win against Lahoud later on in the day, but Nomad, who are your kind of like they were the only undisputed top team in the division, like maybe the only team that had set themselves apart from everyone else, sitting at 7-1 coming into the weekend, losing to Le Petits Phoques, who are battling for that last playoff spot. Just goes to show how dangerous Les Petits Phoques can be. Um, Obviously, it's not the same team or the same group of guys from Ligue Gros Coq, but still, Dom Lefort hasn't played in a while in the MFL, leading this team to victory here against a very good Linamar team.
Yeah, I think like as Dom gets more comfortable, I think Petit Fuck are gonna rely on him to run more and probably in the playoffs, or if they're like struggling to secure a playoff spot, they'll like use the more what's the word? Like the what
Experienced
they know
players,
works for them.
yeah,
Or like because Dom can run around the whole like team pretty
yeah,
much
yeah.
if he wants to.
I don't think he lost that skill set in the years he was away.
Yeah, so he's gonna be dangerous no matter what, I think. Like he's probably still like a Division 1 quarterback. I wouldn't like question that. And he
Yeah,
has like
I
the
don't
legs
think
of
so.
like
I think so.
a
I think so
fucking
too.
cheetah. So
I actually ref this Alouettes Tropic Thunder game, and this was kind of like a snooze fest for most of the game. It was 12-10 at halftime, and then if it wasn't for that huge fourth down play, Rob to Adrian for 31 yards, this game was going nowhere. And then the rest of the scores were with under 3 minutes to go.
yeah, it's the Rob
Uh,
redemption because I think
yeah,
he was
yeah,
on Tropic Thunder when they
he won a
won,
championship with them.
and then he won with Alouettes. I think
Yeah,
two, right, in
yeah,
Division 4.
yeah.
So
Yeah. He's got a few collection of championships in Division 4.
shout out to
Uh,
Rob. What a guy.
yeah, seriously.
Top tier bloke right there.
Yeah. And Justin obviously wasn't there for Tropic Thunder. Connor filled in nice. Connor's a really good quarterback. Like he throws a really nice ball.
Yeah, I have an origin story with Connor. So Connor
Oh
knows
yeah.
my wife from when they were like younger, working at the Kirkland Colisée,
Okay.
and Connor's like the nicest guy, and he is like he's really good at like he can play Division 2. He's really good at like everything. He can throw, he can catch, he can run. He's like really smart. Um, and so I just like it's funny to see someone who I met like 15 years ago and now he's playing in the same league as us.
Yeah, yeah,
And he's like he's very underrated, I think.
yeah. I definitely think he's underrated, and I don't know him as well as you, but he definitely seems like a great dude as well. Filling in wherever the team needs him. Like need him a quarterback, go ahead a quarterback, play receiver, defense. Um, yeah, there was a huge play. I think it was Alexi Dori getting a safety on him before the half. So like that kind of put them in within 2 points. Kind of the game was like kind of boring. Like it wasn't much action. It's not as if there was any trash talk between these two teams. Obviously, well-respected teams. Stu actually had some huge catches. He caught a huge 1 point convert, 4 for 24. He had this really strong arm catch early in the game. But Adrian really, this is a younger kid coming into his own. He also plays Division Two with Honor Game.
He's really
Uh,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, he's like maybe the best Division three player, like
yeah, and
possibly.
he's so talented and good, but you also sense that he's still so raw and could get so much better. And that's what's scary. Like he could be even better than what he is now, and he's already so good. Um, yeah, Jason Edwards with two huge picks in this game. Even Jason Mackler getting an interception here. Uh, yeah, the Alouettes team had a very slow start of their season. Managed to get a few wins now, sitting at 4-5. Might be too little, too late for them. I don't know if they're still mathematically alive. Most probably, but they would need like a lot of help at this point, especially seeing that they have 253 points against. So the odds are not on their side.
Yeah, how many teams make the playoffs here? Eight.
Yeah,
They go five. There could be like a nine-way tie for
yeah, but then they'll
like fourth
likely go to points
and third.
against, and
Yeah,
I'm
they
also
better score a lot
surprised
of
to
points in their
see.
last game, or else they're.
Yeah, it's also surprising to see Ducks on the outside looking in, sitting at 4-4. I had this team as one of the top teams in the division coming into the season.
Yeah, Dave Lapine.
Uh,
He started off the season like 30 touchdowns, no picks. I think. I feel like I remember him having like
yeah,
a crazy start to the year. And most of their guys have been to all their games. So like they have five of their dudes have been at every game. So I'm surprised. They have Bussier is really good. All these guys have like they're really good and solid, good hands. Steve is good. Like they're a good. They're this is surprising that they're not like
yeah,
top of the
yeah.
division, honestly.
Playing Bandits and Drama Club to close out the season. Drama Club was also battling for a playoff spot with them. That's going to be a crazy, like a huge game. This week I think they're on a bye.
Iron
They got
Trollers 1-6.
That's
Sad
crazy.
times.
That's crazy.
Sad times. Well, John's
Yeah,
injury is not helping any of his
sure.
teams that he's throwing for. It's sad because you want the best for everyone. Injuries honestly suck.
Yeah, yeah, they really do.
Nick Husay, Josh Levine.
He's been
Yeah,
balling out.
they're decent. Lesniak, he's injured too. Lucas. Well, they're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, them. Well, are they? If they win out, they could finish 4-6. There's
No, they probably don't. They have the most points against after Alouettes. So
true.
went out and everything in your favor still is, I don't
Oh
think,
yeah,
enough.
and Ducks are playing Drama Club, so one of those two teams are gonna end with 5 wins. So they won't even have to come to a tiebreak scenario unless they double forfeit or something crazy like
Get out
that.
the golf clubs, guys.
Yeah, start planning for the fall season,
That's true.
which is open by the way. All registrations is open. I forgot to
Guys,
mention that
email
in the
Terry.
intro.
He loves emails. He loves questions. Bombard him. Ask for roster exceptions on every
Well,
team you're on. Get everything you can get from him. Well, he's in a good
yeah,
mood right now. Tonight's the night.
yeah, yeah. It's nice, nice. Yeah, so fall registration is open. Our charity tournament registration is open. Uh, we'll talk about it in the outro at the end because now only the Division 3 folks are
Yeah, I try
listening.
to email Terry once a day just to say hello.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough emails.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to Division 4 next.
Sure.
All right. So Division 4.
Division 4. All right. Is it just me or is there like too many teams in divisions 4 and 5?
There's definitely a lot of teams Divisions 4 and 5. Like a lot, a lot.
Well,
So
at what
12
point do you
playoff
like
teams.
if you have like 45 teams or something like that in in two divisions, how many divisions like do you go to like is 12 a
Yeah.
goal? Is 16 a goal? Is 18 a goal? Like what I know it's really hard because we're
Yeah.
growing at such a rapid pace, but like what is
So
an
I
ideal
think
amount?
like around 22 is kind of like the maximum, and I think we're more like I think we're 23 in Division 5, so it's like one more than that. But like at 22 teams, you could do two conferences with the division, and every team plays one team within their conference once. You have that. We had it a couple of seasons ago in Division 4, and then you have those separate playoffs where 7 out of the 11 teams in each conference make it, and then the conference champs play against each other in the grand finals. So like that's a really cool
Yeah.
like layout.
It's hard with like so many new teams that you don't know the
Yeah,
skill
yeah.
level of where to put them. That's like
So
the
yeah, so
growing pains.
that's a good question because it's actually like we've got asked a few times. Now we're going to officially have a Division 6 in the fall, but we've gotten asked a few times how come there's no Division 6 yet, and we felt that the parity within Division 4 and 5 was all like 80 to 90% of the teams could have competed. And obviously, like you just mentioned, there's obviously those new teams. Like now, we have teams in Division 5 that are new teams to the league and might be too strong for Division 5. We have teams that are new teams that ask for Division 4 that might be too weak for Division 4. So it's very, very hard to place those new teams. Generally, when it's a returning team, like we saw in almost every division how tight these standings are, and that a lot of teams ask to play in lower divisions. Sometimes league grant stats, sometimes they do not. I think the committee makes a good makes gets it right more often than not in placing the team in the right division because we're seeing such tight playoff races and close games in the playoffs. Like even here, you could see that you scratch out the two winless teams and like teams 17 and 18, Action Squad and past our prime time. If they had one extra win, they would be in a playoff spot. Like that's how close it is. You see like Los Politos who are in eighth place at 4-4. If they just lost one extra game at 3-5, they'd be like on the outside looking in. So when one game makes that big of a difference, like we feel that the
Yeah.
parity, like we don't want to just make more divisions to have more fewer teams in a division. Like we want if the division has 20 teams, but all like 15 out of the 20 teams could beat any of the other 15 of the 20 teams, we feel like the division is good.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe more of a like issue or thought process for Division 5 because you have people who have never played before who want
Yeah,
to play and they don't know how good they are. So they're like, I'll try the lowest and
yeah,
see,
yeah.
right?
And some
Um,
people play very casually at the park and think they're really good, and then they see that playing organized like football with like a rusher running towards you that's like 12 yards away um, is very different than if you're just two buddies throwing the ball at the park.
yeah, yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, I didn't catch many games here. Nothing but D who were having a pretty good season, staying on 5-2 coming to the week, losing by quite a bit against Blue Badgers was a little bit of a head scratcher. Slick's Fat Players, pretty close game. What else we got here? Outsiders, that was a close game as well.
Yeah, so Blue Badgers, it's like a permanent QB change, right? Oliver's, I think it's the
I
first season
believe
that
so.
Olivier is not throwing for the Badgers that I remember, like ever.
Well, yeah, no, well, it's Oliver that took over
Yeah.
for
So Olivier's
Olivier
receiver, he's their
Watson.
top
Yeah,
receiver
yeah,
though. So
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure why is his rating. Yeah, he could throw in the division based on his rating. I don't know if he was just fed up, but and he wanted to play a different position. But
he's
obviously,
athletic,
Oliver's
so I can
played.
see him being
Yeah,
a good receiver.
yeah, top top guy on the defense as well, interception leader for the team. Shout out to Half with 14 sacks in 8 games. That's pretty solid. But this is it's a well-rounded team. Like this is it's a really good team. Oliver's quarterback before. He's a very good quarterback. I'm surprised to see he has as many touchdowns and interceptions. Um, but beating nothing but D by that margin and winning four straight, they're catching fire at the right time.
Especially when they're only defense. So DTS close game. They scored
Yeah,
with
DTS
1 minute
close game
left.
against Baby Yoda who are fighting for a playoff spot.
Four
Pretty low
picks
scoring
by
game.
Kendall Cassie. That's the big difference. You throw 4 picks, you're limiting your chances there.
Yeah, looks like they made a quarterback change as well. I think it was Hudi who was the quarterback for most of the season here. Let's see.
I refed one of their games like maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, and they have really good individual players. It's just deciding where to throw the ball and keeping their cool. They were like worried about referee calls more than they worried about like
Oh
playing
yeah,
the game. Um, but they have some really super athletes. So it just as if the QB play can like be consistent, they're gonna be good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that takes time. That's like the main thing.
Yeah, I've caught glimpses of some of their games, and they did have a lot of athletic players on the team. Um, yeah, Red Flags having a good season. I saw a bit of Loud Outsiders. It was the first time I was seeing Outsiders quarterback Sam. I believe he played tackle before. Like he literally threw the ball like someone who's thrown the ball before, and not like a flag football quarterback. Um, Dave St. John with 3 picks in this one. Struggled a little bit, uh, but still put up 30 points.
I've never seen outsiders play, I don't think. They're like very interesting. Safety, that would do it for you. That's like the play of the game. Sam Schwen maybe on Rodrigo for a safety. That's huge. Early in the game,
Oh
you can
yeah.
go up, you steal
I wonder
possession
if that
back.
was maybe like a handoff or a run play by Rodrigo there, since he's the one that got safety and not Dave St. Jean.
Yeah. Sometimes play calling is like half the battle when you're
Oh,
in the lower
it
divisions. It's like you need to
definitely
not
is.
make stupid mistakes and then
Yeah. Son Gauthier going off for 7 for a buck 03, 3 touchdowns in this game, even getting an interception on defense. His brother William with 2 picks himself and a touchdown on offense. Yeah, this Outsiders team, like these were two very good teams. Huge win by Outsiders. They were 3-4 coming into this one. Now 4-4 in the playoff spot. But like that these standings are just so tight.
it just shows you like a 6-1 team loses to a what was it,
Three and
two
four.
and it's really this might be the most even division when like DTS is winning by 6 points against Baby Yoda
Yeah,
and they're like this division is like impressively
close.
like yeah, even more than like the other divisions and they've been pretty close in the other ones we've been talking about. These
hmm
are wild. But yeah, but then Baby Yoda has 7 points in there in the second game of the day against the Red Flags. Red Flags has the least points against in the whole entire season. They have 100. They're averaging like 14, where does it say? Yeah, 14.6 points against per game.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
And I think they're new. I don't recognize
They
any of their
played in the
names.
winter the first time.
Okay, they're a winter team.
They
Mm.
they played in the Winter Division 3. They lost in the semifinals to the eventual champions in the winter. And then they were kind of like debating between Division 4 and Division 5 because they were like a newish team. And Winter Division 3 is kind of like closer to Division 5, I'd say. But since they were like a top 4 team, we suggested Division 4 for them. And they're like, there's the team that want the competition and want maybe to like play against better teams, and they were one of them. And definitely, we made the right choice, and they made the right choice, and they're doing really well, sitting at 6-2 in Division 4 here.
It's crazy that they're 6-2, but if you look at their quarterback play, it's like they have a lot of
Oh,
picks. Like
he's
it's
a
not
runner.
consistent, but they have a lot of interceptions on like their defense is probably incredible. Like they have if
Oh
you look at
yeah,
the
giving
team
up 14
stats, they're
points.
nothing.
Oh yeah, they don't have a quarterback with double-digit touchdowns
Yeah.
through eight games, averaging 23 points a game. But
They've thrown 17 interceptions in 8 games, which is like two per game, which is not great. And they've scored maybe 20 touchdowns on offense, but they have such a strong like I think
or that 4 pick, like they have Xavier with 4 pick sixes.
they have an incredible amount of like look at their PD and their INT and they have a lot of players. It's like 3,
Yeah,
5, 10, 15. They have 19 interceptions in 8 games,
they're averaging
averaging,
almost a pick a six a game.
which is
So
a
like it's as
huge
if they're
bonus, like
starting
a
the game
huge
with six
boon.
points without even the offense scoring those 6 points. Yeah, good for them. All right, let's go to Division 5, the team with even more, the division with even more teams.
Division 5 is crazy. I looked yesterday to see because Leanne's on in this
Yeah,
division. I was like, okay, how many playoff teams make it 14? That's like I was like, okay. So they're in the 14th spot, the big booties. I'm like, you might make it because they
yeah.
started off like rough, but they won this weekend. But I was just like looking out, and then you see Titans at 16 and they're veterans.
Titans went undefeated last season in the
Yeah,
fall in Division 5.
you're struggling to understand why. They're usually a top 6 team, and their team's like pretty much the same from
Yeah, it's pretty much always the same.
previous years.
Yeah,
And then you have Cessna, which are at the top like usual because they sandbag all their teams in the lower divisions. And big assets too. They have Justin throwing. He's a Division three quarterback. So it's a little and he's been with them for a while, so he's
yeah.
also very good. They might
They
want to
also have a
bump
great
up.
defense.
I actually think Cessna. So Milan was the quarterback for them for the most part, but when he wasn't there, I refereed their game, and their current quarterback, Jaden, uh, I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, Makabe, but he is incredible. Like he throws a beautiful ball. He's like as good or better than Milan
Oh
potentially,
yeah, okay.
and they're not worse just because some of their players moved to Division Four, I think, and
Agreed.
um,
Yeah.
it's a cheat code to have a bunch of like 16-year-old, 15-year-olds like get better at like 5% every week, you know?
Yeah, it's not like the 1% like us now.
No, no, I'm like every week I'm like, oh, I didn't jump as high as I thought I could, and I didn't tip the ball. Now it's just
Yeah,
like, yeah.
I don't think Milan's not allowed to throw in the division, so I think Jaden took over the team as
Yeah,
quarterback
but
here, and Milan's the
he's like
quarterback for
exceptional. Like he's a Division three quarterback. Like I've seen him like
really.
he's really good.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
he like plants his foot, he throws a really nice spiral, he can throw on the run. He's he's excellent. Like he should be throwing in a higher division for them. He's really good.
You probably will sometime soon.
Yeah, like I wouldn't
Uh,
let him throw in Division five again. Like that's if I was in charge.
oh yeah.
But I'm not. So
So yeah, they're playing against the Slots next game. Slots huge run against Big Assets. Obviously, Big Assets missing Justin in this game. They had Pascal sub in for them. Very defensive game. Slots are having a pretty good season. I don't think we talk about them enough. Flying under the radar here with Mathieu Demas at the quarterback.
Matt's a really
Like,
good Division five quarterback. He played against us like 5 years ago when I was on Big Booties, and he's good. He's not a rookie quarterback. As
no,
long as his
definitely
health like holds
smart.
up,
Yeah,
he finds and he throws a good ball too. He dices you like 10 yards and in, like really, really well. But this game, it was one team scored in the first half, the other team scored like they had their own half for scoring points, and whoever scored more points in their half won,
yeah,
which was the Sloths.
yeah. Well, I mean, Big Assets took quite a bit of time before getting on the board, right?
I mean, you're down. Yeah, it's true. Big assets they had Darren throw when he wasn't there either. So their two best players, Justin and Darren, were missing. So that's like
Yeah, I think
a
Darnold's
tough
just
like
subbing for them
game.
that week. I don't think he's actually on the roster. Let's see. Underdogs went 0-2, making sure their name stays valid. Um, Legendary's Ben Denis, 4 touchdowns on 9 catches. All four of Clement's passing touchdowns go through him.
Ben
Gab Davo
Denny,
with
Division one
6.
player
Yeah,
playing in D5. Beautiful.
like someone else I know that used to do that.
Well, that was just for that was for love. That was for love.
Well, maybe Ben Denis' wife,
Is the wifey on the team?
she was, yeah, she is.
All right,
There you
I
go. There you
approve.
go.
For love,
There you go.
baby. Ben,
Doing it for
of
love
course.
and for those
Ben's a
sick jerseys.
romantic.
But yeah, even getting a pick six on defense just for good measure, you know. I'm really not sure I understand underdogs. Like obviously, I know that they have a few inexperienced players in the team, but with Quinton and Fred on this team to have just one win through their first 8 games, averaging 16 points a game, I was expecting a little more. Like I know it's a tough season for them. I know that Ghislain is getting accustomed to the quarterback position, but like Fred and Quinton are like, well, Quinton's played Division One, so he's definitely a Division One player. Fred's at least a Division Two player, if not also a Division One player. When he subbed for Thunder Buddies a few weeks ago, he had 2 picks in that game and a 40 bomb touchdown.
Is it
Like
Ghislaine's first year throwing or season throwing?
I think it's his first full season. I think he tried throwing a few seasons ago and he got injured.
Quarterbacks really hard. Like
Yeah,
we're both
yeah,
quarterbacks. It's like really difficult. Even for me, like I
yeah,
was a Division one quarterback and then I threw in Division two and I hadn't thrown in like 3 years. It's like it's tough to get back into it.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, it's it's like it's so punishing. Every mistake you like one like throw behind the guy could like change the outcome of the game.
Yeah,
It's also mentally like painful. It's
yeah,
so
yeah. You're
painful.
right. Yeah,
But yeah, just look, it just reps. Quarterback is reps, so keep at it, and you have good players with you, and then use
yeah.
what you learn every week. Get a little bit better every single week, and then
And before moving
dominate
on,
the year three or something like that.
yeah, 4-3 Ballers winning against Wolfpack, getting the shutout there. Good win for this free agent team. Let's see, I think it's their second win of the season. Pretty recent. Okay, no, first win. Actually, first win of the season. My bad. Congrats on the first win of the season. Let's see if they can bring this momentum against the league's best Knights this upcoming week.
Oh, beautiful. The Knights. I heard they're like the DTS of like the year before.
Yeah, except they DTS is like a new team coming to the league, so it's tough to compare because Knights are not completely new. They played the season. They played last fall and they were like a 500 team, or even missed out on the. I think they were. Or were they? Yeah, they were a 4-6 team in the fall. So DTS literally came out of nowhere, and
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that we played last year. Maybe
yeah,
I'm too far removed from the lower divisions, having not
yeah,
playing
yeah,
anymore. I just don't recognize any of their names. I know like most of the league. So,
yeah.
um,
Well, like I said, league's growing now.
yeah, you're at like 30% more teams.
Yeah, and multiple parks. So you don't even if you're there all day, there's a good. You're not going to see at least half the teams there.
That's true. Pick Sixers are finally getting a big win here against the playoff team. That's very nice.
Yeah, huge win by them. Convincing too against Super Bowl cut to have been um,
They've been
overachieving this
good.
season. Yeah. All right, let's go to the women's division now.
Quick shout out before that. Big Booties 26-0. I think their first shutout win. Good
Oh
job,
yeah,
guys. Yeah.
nice. So yeah, we had a few blowouts here. I read your articles for the Burbs, and it kind of aligned with the women's division as well. I was expecting some closer games here. We have the Reckless and Crazy Bees, who were the closest game there. Reckless taking that one 25-12. Lady Mavs were missing a bunch of their players, and Les Gauloises continue their undefeated season so far. If you
No
just take
one's
a look at this,
undefeated.
sorry.
Oh
Well,
no.
Gauloises, yeah, if we just
Oh wait, that just looks
yeah, so Gauloise took over for Team Capital, who bailed after 4 games.
got you.
We
Okay, so
we
they're
found a replacement team,
gotcha.
so they're only playing the remaining 6 games of the season. They're currently 4-0, and we're gonna go by percentage of victories at the end. So if they go
Yeah.
6-0, they're getting that one seed, even though they'll only have 6 wins. We also prior to that, only 5 teams were gonna make the playoffs in the women's division. Because of that, we decided to include a 16 because we don't want a team who would have otherwise made it lose out because of this switch. So there's no team that would have been like on the cusp and out
Right.
that's losing out now. And we also have the consolation bracket for the women's division that we introduced for the first time this year because we felt that we were oh so close to having 2 divisions. We felt that even though the standings is kind of not showing it right now because you have 9 teams with at least 3 wins, which is great. Like that's like pretty solid parity in this women's division. We wanted to give the women's team a chance to play maybe a few more games after the season for those who don't make the playoffs as well. So there'll be like kind of uh, like a small consolation bracket, like 7 against 10,
Yeah.
8 against 9, and the winners play against each other in the consolation finals, just to give them like a few more reps and games before the fall season. So now you have like another heavy hitter here with Les Gauloises coming in, sitting at 4-0. Um, Here
I have to
defeating
say,
the
like,
Lady Mobs. Yeah.
since the women's division has been like created, the playoff matchups are the most intense thing you like can ever experience in like recreational flag football in the MFL. I don't care how high or low they score in a game because sometimes some of these teams can score like
Oh
60, but
yeah.
some of them like these playoff games are like everything is every
Unpredictable.
play is it's just so intense and watching them is so fun. It's like they're they're more intense than the like the main Saturday League mixed teams. Like it's just like
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it more than just like it's you can't look away. It's so like eye-catching and you
I
you
remember that
feel
when
all the emotion.
when Outlaws were was it Outlaws playing against? I think it was the Outlaws Arnos finals. There was
Yeah.
Tigres against Steelers finals at the same time, and
Oh,
like
I would have rather watched that than my game for sure.
well,
Like,
there were more fans watching that game. We had the women's final at the same time as Division One final, and there were more fans. There was more excitement besides Will yelling at the top of his lungs at some point. That you were hearing more intensity from that women's game, and it is true. I'm thinking about past finals. We had the Tigres against DS Drapeau in the first one. We had the Drama Queens against Crazy Bees, who even though it ended 1-0, was such a tight, intense game.
yeah.
It is true that that's a good point. You didn't think about the Crazy Bees playing against Drama
Like, I
Queens
hope I get to
last
referee their
fall.
playoff games.
Yeah, it was. That's a very good point you bring, and you're seeing it. I'm seeing it now. Like there's a lot. These standings are a lot closer than I would have thought. Even though there's a lot of blowouts in this division, it's the parity is still there when you look at the standings. Maybe not as
100%.
much when you look at the differential though.
Yeah. I mean, I think the consolation bracket is a good inclusion, especially because you want to keep the like the learning and the spirits going into the next season. So you
hmm
give more games to newer teams and you keep like the growth of the players in the league, the new league
Yeah, yeah,
going, which I think is really,
exactly.
really positive. More reps and more like learning to love the game and how to get better at it too.
Yeah. Let's see if any of these teams on the outside looking in are in a position to take a playoff spot this upcoming week. Crazy Bees playing against Les Gaulois is going to be a tough matchup for them. Almost like a must win if they want to squeeze into the playoffs. Reckless are playing Lady Mavs, going to be a tough one for them too. They're currently in. What else we got here? Yeah, I guess those are the key main games. You have Les Gaulois against Drama Queens, who are it's probably a battle for first place at this point, right? If Drama Queens win this one, they'll have one game left, and they're all but secured that one spot. If they lose this one to Gaulois with two L's on their schedule, I think Gaulois will have clinched the one spot at that point, sitting at 5-0. Even if they go 5-1. So yeah, this is a lot will be decided this week.
It's always fun when these last like this goal was John McQueen
Oh
games
yeah,
like it's like pretty much a playoff a game almost. So
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's not fun when it's already decided for sure.
yeah. Good. Let's go to MFL Laval. And last week we skipped over it, so we said that this week we'll talk about it a little more. The Villains played a back-to-back, winning both games. I think still was their first loss of the season. Yeah, they just take their first loss to the Villains. Cougars were sitting at 3-2 coming to this one. They take two L's, still in a playoff spot, but that Black Colombo win against the Cougars was huge to keep their playoff spots, their playoff hopes alive. Um, I
I'm
was a
surprised the Cougars
little,
are 3-4. They're usually like up there and they're
yeah. Well,
veteran, unless they
their
have different
quarterback
teams.
Kevin was injured this past weekend, so he didn't play in neither of the two games. So that obviously didn't help. They would have most likely at least split if he had played. Laval for getting their first win, and I was surprised to see Bellows getting two L's this week. Obviously, they had two tough games against the Villains and the Bandits, the top two teams in the division. But Bellows, in my opinion, are also one of the top teams in the division, sitting at 4-5 now. Um, with Georgia quarterback, who's arguably one of the best quarterbacks in all of MFL Laval. You see there with almost 1,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, five interceptions, adding another four touchdowns with his legs. But again, this team has had a lot of roster inconsistency besides a few guys here.
This is it's fun to see the standings, but when I write the articles for this the Laval,
Yeah,
I want to see less blowouts, guys. Come to play. I mean,
yeah,
I want to see like 30 seconds left on the clock when you're driving to win, or at least having the chance. Because, I mean, these top seven teams, I will say, I don't know the free agent team necessarily, but the top seven teams, like they're all good enough. And I know
yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
most of the players, like Sooners 45 being 1-5 is like there's no business.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Obviously, they had injuries. I think Diego had missed like almost the whole season,
They're
but they
still
did
like
have
they're
enough
still
depth
veteran
on that
players.
team. Yeah, yeah,
Like maybe your record's not so different, but the games are not blowouts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. Like only 85 points, 4 through 6 games is crazy for them.
It's like yes, that's exactly it. It's just I wanna root for you guys, and you're not giving us a reason to root as
Yeah,
hard because these games are two scores. Like I think every single game this weekend was two scores in all the
yeah,
divisions,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is it's that's so rare in like in any football league.
yeah. Yeah, it's for it to consistently be like that, for sure. Even when you had a battle of top teams or a battle of lower teams in the standings, like and looking this week, Black Colombo are playing the Sooners and Cougars are playing Laval free agents. Both those teams are going to be scoreboard watching the other to see. Um, Important games for both. Even Sooners, like they only played 6 games so far. They have the opportunity to turn their season around if they win out. If they win out and they finish 5-5, there's like they have a shot at making the playoffs for sure. So it's not over yet.
That CRA Villains game is gonna be important for 'cause I think the one seed gets a bye, right? And they get
Well, the
or no, the
top
top
three,
three get a bye.
yeah,
But you
yeah,
get the coin toss choice, which is kind of important
yeah, yeah,
for the whole
exactly,
playoffs. So
yeah,
that's a huge game.
yeah. If we check out Laval Division Two, so Dad Bods, who have been one of the better teams here, the best team standing wise, sitting undefeated, had 2 closer games playing against Touchdown there and A Train. A Train, with the addition of Guillaume, has been able to keep his team within reach in games here. Actually, Guillaume wasn't even here. They didn't even play this one. They had a sub, Jeffrey Lefebvre, who stepped in pretty well, scoring 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards. But it was not enough to beat the Dad Bods. You
Great
see
team
Chris
name.
Long. Yeah,
Like maybe the
nice,
best
nice,
team name in the league.
nice logo too.
You permit topless guys photos there.
If it's not Kevin, yeah,
Oh,
and
and
it's a
if it is Kevin,
cartoon.
you're banned from the MFL.
Yeah, so you see them averaging over 30 points a game here. Played in 2 closer games against A Train. Philippe Dubois leading the way, 5 catches for a buck 22, 3 touchdowns. Great game by him. Clearly, Jeffrey's number one target, even though Jeffrey was subbing in this game, and I don't even know if they've ever played together prior to this one. But Chris Landry, I've seen him throw, and he's a really good quarterback. Like he's a really really good quarterback. This Dadbots team is really good across the board. Like they I don't know if they have many weaknesses on this team,
They're moving
and
up to
clearly
D1 next season.
their record shows. Yeah, we'll see. It was a new team this season.
It's nice when you have
Uh,
new teams come in, they succeed, and then they keep moving up like the like a double
yeah,
dippers would, and then
yeah,
your Thunder Buddies team that you start, you move up, and then you reach like the
your
place where you
potential.
belong to be, and then
Yeah.
maybe you get better, and you
Yeah, a
still
lot
move
of the
up.
things about the moving up, especially like in the Montreal division, like you've seen it too with your teams, or just even though you're already at the Division One, just to stay competitive, it's a lot of roster like recruitment, right? Like sometimes you play with your buddies, and then your team's moving up, but you have a few players that maybe cannot move up with you, and then you have to make a decision. Well, do we stay and have more fun, and we change quarterbacks, or we go for the competition and we go in the higher division, and we got to kind of like replace the less experienced players. So it's always like that's the decision. Those are the kind
The,
of the conversations these teams have when they go from like I think from Division 4 to 3 is that jump where you have those conversations maybe.
yeah,
Um,
I think the right answer is always keep your current team and move up, add more teams
yeah,
to the MFL so we reach 200, right?
yeah,
Just add more teams, play on 4 to 5 teams each,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then let's make a record and have 8 divisions.
yeah. Well, right now we're at 6 in Montreal and 5 in Laval and Brossard. We have 11 divisions total. We're gonna have 12 in the fall, maybe 13 if we have enough teams for 2 women's divisions. Um, yeah, I guess. That concludes the Laval. We could probably get into that. So, like as I said earlier, fall registration is now open. Uh, If you didn't get the details, just email us. Like Max said, I love receiving emails.
Email
Uh,
Terry.
I'll send you all the details. Season starts the weekend of August 15th and 16th. The week before, we have our charity tournament, August 8th, full day event at La Bear. There's going to be multiple different skill divisions. 100% of the proceeds all go to Welfare Avenue, the charity that we're partnering up for this. We did it last year with them. It was a great experience. They're great. Our values align there. There might be some other activities. We're gonna have food trucks. We're gonna have food there. And yeah, it's gonna try to be a fun day. Hopefully, the weather is nicer than last year. Last year was pretty rainy, and we still had a pretty good turnout. Considering how last minute we were, I think we had like 12 teams, 12 or 13 teams. We managed to have like four divisions. We had the three co-ed divisions and one women's division. So it was fun. It's gonna be a fun day of football at the Bear. You're gonna want to be there. Like it's fun. Even the donation itself to register your team is pretty reasonable. It's like $30 a player. You're gonna play, I think, I forgot if it was 2 or 3 games minimum. It's like a great day of football. It's for a good cause. It's the break between the spring and fall season. So a lot of teams that didn't play playoffs, maybe a good tune-up before this fall season starts, kind of like a week zero preseason week for you. Um, yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And I don't know if you have anything you want to add, Max, about you looking forward to playing
Go
now?
play football. I mean, I have my bowl prediction ready.
Oh yeah, bold predictions. Thanks for reminding me. What would have been really, really, really sad.
I can go first, and then you
Yeah,
can
go
go
ahead.
after.
What
Uh,
division are you
Also, if you
doing?
made it this far in the video or in the podcast, thank you for watching. If you see me on Saturday, for all any future ones, tell us. We love when you tell us what happened. It's also my birthday on Saturday, so come give me a hug
Oh, on a Saturday on top of it?
on
Damn.
Saturday on top
Wait,
of
you're
it.
born on the 4th of July?
I am, yes, all my family is like Happy America Day to me in text instead of like Happy Birthday. It's my cake is like it's like vanilla cake with like blueberries for the blue and then like strawberries and like icing for the flag. But yeah, come say hello and I'll be there for a while because I have 2 games that I'm gonna ref a little. So yeah, bold predictions though. Let's get it.
Yeah, what division you want to do your bold
So
prediction
I'm
in?
gonna do Laval.
All right.
Okay. So my prediction for Laval is that everyone reads my article and here's what I just said about them, and every single game is a one-score game.
Every single game.
Every single game in all the divisions, they step up and it's a one-score game across the board. And if you're that one team at the end of the day who gets blown out 40-0, and every other game is a one-score game, it's your fault, and I hate you. No, I'm joking.
So we got 8 games, 8 one-score games. That'll
Eight
definitely
one-score
be
games.
a record. Yeah, I'll remember that one. I'll go Division 3. I'm gonna pull up the standings here. I think Division 3 was one of those very, very tight divisions that we were talking about earlier. What do we got? Okay, Hounds La Horde. We got two of the top 3 teams in the division here. Both these quarterbacks are very, very good. Caesar also likes to run. Um, for La Horde, it's not Dave St. Jean who quarterbacks his team. He's the leading receiver on the team. And you got Pierre-Luc Gagnon, quarterback here. Dave St. Jean already with 600 yards and 13 tutties through the first 8 games of the season. I have this game being an absolute blowout. We spoke about like
Huh.
totals, but
I wonder what you think is bold, so I'm curious what number you're gonna put out here.
yeah. So it is. I was thinking it, and I'm like, this is too bold. Because I was gonna say that both teams combined for over 100 points in this game. That's my bold prediction. That's gonna be like that. That's like when I think about the highest scoring games in like MFL history. I'm thinking about like the U against the Steve or the Gold Cup games or games where like you've seen like 40 plus points or Idaho recently, and it's rare that even those matchups totaled over 100 points. I think this is going to be an absolute shootout. I think that uh, both teams are scoring on every single drive. There's going to be no defense here, and total points is going to hit triple digits. Is
Okay,
that
I
bold
was
enough
thought you
for
were gonna
you?
say like 70-0 for like one team
No, no,
initially.
no. No, no, I think I might have said blowout, but I meant to say shootout.
Okay. So
Um,
100 plus
yeah,
points, I think is especially like what it's or they average like 20 points a game. I think it's pretty bold. Both these teams don't average that many points.
yeah, no, I think almost no team averages close to that points. Ghost probably the best offense, or Le Nomad. Yeah, maybe Ghosts have a
Yeah,
better.
Ghosts have better per game.
Yeah, sitting at like
So
just over
Dave St. Jean,
32.
he gets 300 yards, 4 touchdowns,
Five touchdowns. Dave
five
St. Jean, five
touchdowns
touchdowns.
at
Yeah,
least.
yeah,
Three of those are pick sixes.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I said every team scoring on every drive, but maybe they're gonna be a defensive score, so scores as
A,
well
a
there.
score, a score in every drive. You don't know which team it is though.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna go one way or the other.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed Max filling in for Willie. I think Will will be back. Yeah, he's gonna be back this Saturday, so I'll give to wish you happy birthday in person. You
Yes,
have a
come say
big
hi to me. Come say hi to my birthday. Tell Will, ask Will how the McDonald's convention was,
yeah.
and
Make sure you get your teams in for the charity tournament for the fall season, and email your questions away.
yeah. I one more thing is that as I've read for a while, but my favorite thing is when t players argue like for like the rule or whatever, and they don't know the rule book. So
Yeah,
keep
that
doing it
always
because when I
surprises
ref your
me.
games, I love it when you argue because it's so fun.
But
I it's amazing.
do they admit or acknowledge that they were maybe wrong
No,
afterwards?
no. My favorite response is learn the rule book, then ask me, and then
Yeah,
they just don't talk back.
yeah. Like I appreciate when people ask questions about the
Yeah,
rules
it's
because then
great.
they're like open-minded. But when the people, and this happens maybe in lower divisions because they maybe played tackle or in other leagues
Oh,
and they
it's all
assume it's
1 to 5. It happens.
yeah. It's when people assume the rule, that's the rule, and they're convinced that's the rule, and they're like they don't want to believe you when you tell them what the actual rule is, and like you're literally getting paid to know the rules and to educate the right rule, right? So it's like yeah, we
I
need
love
more
it.
referees. So if these players think they know the rules and they just
Talk
apply,
to me in my games. Argue. I love it. I love it.
yeah, as long as it's respectful.
Both ways. I'm cool
Oh
with.
yeah,
You might get
yeah,
flagged or thrown out, but
yeah, yeah. Well said. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you Saturday. Hope you have another
peace.
beautiful day. And
Thanks
make
for
sure you
having
wish
me.
Max a happy birthday. Thanks for being here, Max. Appreciate you filling in for Will. All right.
Anytime,
See you
anytime.
guys.
Bye.